Okay, we have our picks for NFL Week 4, and we just barely made it because as we're starting our pick segment, as we're in the first quarter, about 12 minutes to go in the Packer game. So Thursday night recording. Here we go, guys. We're gonna finish out the episode and watch some football.
Thanks, Mother Nature. Totally threw off our week because we had really bad weather in Iowa.
Right. Well, we have Eagles-Packers first game, which we have seen start. And, I mean, homer pick here, I'm taking the Packers.
I'm going to be honest. I would have picked the Packers even before the game started because I don't – and we'll get to this when we get to our most disappointing. I'm just not sold on the Eagles this year, and I think the Packers are playing extremely well, even with their offense not being as productive as they wanted. I've noticed that they're really having to rely on this defense, and this defense is good. And I'm impressed with the
creating
the
turnovers, which is what's helping the offense score
Absolutely.
points.
I mean, giving them short drives. And
especially last week.
Packers easily, I think they're going to win this game.
Yeah, I think the Packers. I think their offense finally gets going, and the Packers are able to win this game with their offense a little bit more.
I gotta say though, I don't like hanging out with you guys.
While we're watching a Packer game?
No, because I'm learning so much about the Packers, and I'm starting to like them. Because you guys are just like homering every time I talk to you about the NFL, and I hate that you guys are slowly turning me into a cheesehead. I hate it.
It's okay. I don't know why you were a Tampa Bay fan to start with, but that is a 3 for 3 for another day.
Well, yeah, that's a whole thing. Why is Jacob Bucks? That's a good one.
All right, Sunday night, Jake, Cowboys at Saints.
Excuse me. It'll be interesting because the Cowboys have looked really good, but they haven't been playing the best competition. Now, I understand the Giants beat my Bucks last week, and they played well in that game because of Daniel Jones. I'm still not sold on the Giants either, and I want to see the Cowboys do well because this will be their true test. I don't know. It's going to be in the Dome. Teddy Bridgewater. This is a tough one. I'm going to go with the Cowboys by a field goal. Like, it's going to be that close. I think it's going to be a really good game.
By a field goal.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Everything about the game
It's so hard to pick this game.
looks like the Cowboys. The Cowboys should win.
It's in the Superdome.
They have the better. They have the better quarterback.
Give the Saints the
They have the
edge.
better quarterback. They have the better defense. They have the better offense. The Saints have the best player,
better
though.
receiver.
The Saints have the best player. Not better receiver,
See,
but
I can't
best
pick
player.
this one. This is hard. I know I said
But
Cowboys, but I keep going back.
I think I'm going to take the Saints as well. Or you took the Cowboys. I'm going to take the Saints. I think that they won on the road in Seattle. That's a pretty impressive win. So I think that going in and they'll win at home in New Orleans.
This was easily the hardest game for me to pick. Even harder than finding a wild card or an upset.
Definitely.
I can find an upset. This is the game where, but you know
what? I'm so excited.
That's why
this is
everything
prime
points
time.
the Cowboys should win this game.
And it seems like one of those years. We're due for one of those years where that train rolls from Dallas and just does not stop until they have a hiccup against the Giants in Week 12 or something like that.
I'm telling you.
This is a year where the Cowboys start at least 7-0, I think. And so I think the Cowboys are going to win this game. It just feels like their momentum builds every week.
I said it a few weeks ago. I said it in the preseason. It was kind of a joke, but now I'm starting to believe my own BS. I think the Cowboys are going to make it to the Super Bowl. If they keep going at this pace, I think they're going to be, at the very least, in the NFC Championship. It's bound to happen. They're bound to win one soon.
I think that I picked the Cowboys to go 12-4 this year, but I do think they're a really good team. But I think that this is one of those 4 losses where going into New Orleans, that's a tough place to play.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to win.
That's odds makers usually give 2.5 to 3 points for the home team in the NFL, but it feels like the Superdome is worth 5 points.
I'm excited, though, because I almost flipped a coin with this game. I legitimately almost thought about doing that before we started recording.
But the Saints just won to Seattle.
Exactly,
So,
and that's
Teddy
another.
Bridgewater looked good, so like maybe they
right
were
after
right.
losing Breeze, and so
I took Seattle for the same
think it's
reason
like
I'm
a
taking
Nick
the Saints.
Foles
such a good game. I'm so excited for
It
this.
feels like Nick Foles, Carson Wentz. That's what it feels like. Where you have
that he could take. Well, Teddy Bridgewater is a top 32
But you know what I mean?
quarterback. He's a great quarterback.
He's got BDN energy, and I like it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, BDN's already down for the season.
I know. Well, that's not fair.
Um,
Is it BDT at this point?
Yep.
Yes. Everybody's like, what is going on right now?
Because I don't want to say the curse.
That's okay. Bengals Steelers
It's a
Monday night.
family-friendly show.
You know, a few years ago, this would have been a Sunday night game, but it's been pushed to Monday night because these are not good teams. Is there one win between them so far?
Yes, the Bengals have the only win. Yeah, again.
The Bengals won. I didn't even realize the Bengals had won.
Wait, did they win?
I think they're both 0-3.
I think
Yeah.
they're both 0-3 as well.
Yeah, they're both terrible.
Records check.
Oh yeah, I got Google up here.
But
Yeah,
I have
Bills
the
beat 'em.
Steelers.
The Bills beat them. The Bills went to 3-0,
Yes.
which took the Bengals to 0-3.
Okay.
So both teams are winless.
So I don't really know who to pick in this one either. I mean,
I'm taking the Steelers,
I
man.
think
Come
maybe
I'm taking the
on.
home team.
Yeah, you
I don't
gotta
know.
take
I'm taking the home team.
they both
Steelers.
look really, really bad.
It's not a first-year quarterback in the system, and so it's like the Teddy Bridgewater where he can just jump in and do the thing.
I'm
you
gonna
know?
I'm gonna take the Bengals. Honestly,
Oh,
I don't believe
man,
in the
what?
Steelers, man. I think they're gonna go 0-4. It's gonna be a rough year for them.
The Steelers have better players overall.
I know, but I just
Even though I don't know. Andy Dalton might not be
they
better
just did
than.
not look. They have not looked good at all. To the
Steelers
first
have
3
the better
weeks.
team.
I think the Steelers are better, and I think they will win at home.
Steelers have had a rough first month by kind of getting shafted, having to go to New England to start the season.
We'll get into this more when
And
we
then-
do most disappointing.
Good point. All right, wild card game of the week. Jake, your wild card.
I don't know. I gotta say, I love the NFL right now because it's very competitive. It hasn't gotten boring yet. It hasn't hit a road patch yet because I really don't know how to pick because this season's been so weird already. And these are just straight up picks, right?
Yeah, this is just pick the winner.
I'm taking New England.
Oh, he stole it, dude.
Sorry.
I was still trying to make my pick.
Brandon goes with New England.
I'm taking New England over the Bills. It's 2 3-0 teams in Buffalo, but
This is the Patriots game.
the New England hasn't even given up a defensive touchdown this season.
They have their number. That's easy when you play Miami. And the Jets.
I'm not saying they play the best teams. Neither have the Cowboys either.
Oh man, this is gonna be a wild card. I'm gonna take the Redskins over the Giants. I think Daniel Jones gets brought back down to earth, and I don't think he has the big game that he had against the Buccaneers.
Man,
I'm getting bold with my picks.
those are bad picks, man. You know, I'm going out on a limb here, but I really like this pick. I almost
It worked
feel
last week with the Lions. I'm doing it again.
I feel this is almost a lock. I'm taking Denver at home.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost against Jacksonville. They're 0-3.
Both
They're
really
living
bad.
in the world of suck right now. If you saw that quote. But it's a home
I
game.
remember who said that.
Their running attack was really good against the Packers last week, and I think that they're going to win this game. They're not going to go to 0-4. They're too good of a team overall to be 0-4. It's kind of why I'm picking the Steelers.
Yeah,
And
I
so,
agree. That's
You know, I could pick the low-hanging fruit. I could take the Chargers, against Miami. I'm not going to do that, though. Enough people are picking on those poor Dolphins. So I'm
They're
taking
on purpose at this
I'm
point.
taking Denver at home. Upsets.
Also, how dare you say that to the Dolphins? # franchise of the future.
That's actually Miami.
Yeah.
With the draft picks that they have.
Well, 2019, 2020, 2021, they're tanking hard. Tanking for Tua.
My upset pick. I like Minnesota. And Brandon says, "Oh, you got to jump on it. You jumped on the wrong one this week." I like Minnesota at Chicago because
who would you have picked?
Minnesota. I was going to
Okay,
take
never mind.
Minnesota. As
well,
well.
it's an
I was gonna
upset.
say you could have both
Gotta
picked
take the
it.
upset. So why I'm taking this is, did you see this is by a half a point? This is the second lowest over/under total, which means the experts don't like either of these quarterbacks. And so who has the better rushing attack? Until Chicago figures out David Montgomery, the Vikings are a better team. And so I think the Vikings have a really good chance to go into Soldier Field and get this win in a super competitive NFC North with surprising Lions.
Yeah, and we'll talk about them as well. I am going to take the Buffalo Bills over the New England Patriots.
Oh, bold, sir.
So I'm taking New England. I'm taking New England.
All right.
And he's now taking Buffalo, but
I
I'm
love-
also looking at his. Did you take Washington or New York? I want
I
to take
took
Washington
Washington.
as well as my upset, though.
Okay.
See, okay, you took it as a wild
Yeah.
card, and you can also
What's the
take it as an
difference,
upset.
honestly?
Well, you can pick any team as your wild card to win. You can
Even
you
the
have to
favorite
pick
team,
an
yeah.
upset.
I do both because, Live by the sword, die by the sword.
One reason that I want to have video clips of this show is for the listeners to be able to see
A graphic.
when Brandon like perks up because he notices it's actual like your direct opinion versus mine. I can take you out with words right now. And
He really
just
wants to debate
this is,
me.
This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And it's really funny. when you
No,
see,
I'm willing to
Wait a minute,
debate
you're
it.
taking the team against who I
I'm
took?
willing to debate why I think the Bills will win for sure. I think this is
They
this-
don't have the skill position
Yeah.
players. They have a
Yeah.
good defense.
They
The
have a great
quarterback's
defense,
improving.
but
the
New England has a
Patriots
great
have an
defense as
incredible
well.
defense, yeah, and so that's why it's such an interesting pick, and it's not something I would have really been on the fence about at the start of the season. The Bills have impressed me, and while I don't know if they have, I think Josh Allen's going to come out and have a big game.
My thing on the Bills
I got to
is
go with it.
they
I'm
have
sticking with it.
literally
Bills. Lock it in.
the Bills 3 games this year are against New York Giants, New York Jets, and the Cincinnati Bengals. They are 3-0, but they have played 3 of the
That's really
bottom
cushy.
5
Yeah.
teams in the league.
Yeah.
And this is where I said at the beginning, the Bills are one of those teams that's going to mess up the playoff race. And they're going to do it.
This could happen this week, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, that's our picks for the week. On to,
I'm going to go so terribly this week. I just know it.
well, I think we're getting a little used to that.
Oh, it's because I make weird picks to entertain the audience. All right?
You're bold. You pick like a Nebraska fan.
A sane man would not have picked the Lions last week. And who did I pick?
He is correct about that.
Even a broke clock is right twice a day. And here are the most surprising undefeated teams.